Teams working in Miradi can now complete a threat analysis and capture information about threat target ratings in Miradi Online. Under the Situation Assessment tab, navigate to Threat Analysis. In this view, you can see all of the project's targets across the top of the matrix. Down the left-hand column, you can see all of the project's threats. The summary rating for each threat can be seen in the far right column. For example, in this case, diver and anchor damage is rated as a low threat across the entire project because it only affects one of the targets. Across the bottom of the matrix, you can see the summary rating for each target. This considers all the threats affecting each target. For example, coral reefs are at very high risk in this project area. This is due to the fact that there are many threats affecting coral reefs, and most of the threats are rated high or very high. If you are interested in the algorithms used to calculate these summary ratings, contact Miradi support and we can share the background information. In the colored cells, you can see the rating for any threat target pair. For example, in this project, the threat diver and anchor damage poses a medium risk to coral reefs. Additional information about each threat target rating can be seen by clicking on the colored cell. If you have editor permissions for a project, you can update any of the content visible in this threat dialog window. Note that if you change the rating for any of the 3 criteria used to calculate the threat rating, the overall threat rating for this threat target pair will be recalculated upon close. You can also capture comments about this particular threat rating, as well as information about the evidence used to generate this threat rating. Click on the X in the upper right to close out the dialog window and recalculate the threat rating. The white cells in this matrix also hold meaning. Any link drawn between a target and a threat in the diagrams is represented by cells with text. This includes the colored cells with active ratings, as well as the not applicable cells and the not specified cells that are colored white. Any cells with no text mean that there is no relationship drawn between a threat and a target in any of the situation models. A white cell with the term not applicable means that although there may be a threat-target relationship, it is not currently applicable to the project. Any information previously provided about this threat target rating is preserved within the Miradi database, but this information is not used in order to calculate the overall threat target rating or the individual target rating. Any cells with the term not specified simply mean that the threat target relationship is defined in a diagram somewhere, but the team has not yet rated that threat target relationships. If your team identifies a missing relationship between a threat and a target, for example, this team might identify that unsustainable fishing by locals is actually having a negative impact on sharks. To create the relationship between the threat and the target, simply navigate back to your situation model where this threat and target exist and draw a link between the 2 factors. Once you've created that link, navigate back to your threat analysis matrix and you will see that the information about this threat target relationship can now be entered in the threat rating dialog window.